Spain offers up a second dish in the three-course mountaintop finish feast. The route from Mora del Rubielos to Ares del Mestart is just over a kilometre short of 200k and offers up 4 categorised climbs, 2 at either end of the stage. The first 2 are the biggest, with an intermediate sprint before 2 Category 3 climbs and another new mountaintop finish.
Today we have a breakaway that's finally managed to establish itself after what has been a frenetic start. Very, very quick today, up the first couple of climbs, both of which are taken by poles, incidentally, who, amongst others, found himself on the deck in an almighty crash. We had one earlier on, a couple of riders involved from UAE, Cofidis and Caio Rural. That should have been a watchword, I think, a warning. We're on the penultimate climb, and Zachary Gamay has decided either 1, to grab himself some points, or 2, distance the rest of the breakaway, or 3, a combination of both. Nelson Oliveira has just gone around the headland. Godon up for it. Others, Dylan Turns, you'd expect that, and now drags Rob Hessing along with him for the ride. They're working extremely well together, and indeed they're holding a margin at the moment. Zachary Gamay, the Ethiopian nearest to us from Mitchelton Scott, formerly of MTN Quebec and Brian Smith, is here. And the man who is with him is Nelson Oliveira, former Portuguese champion. I think De La Cruz is actually content with the gap that he's got at the moment, because he'll be the virtual leader. Whether indeed some others behind will chase in is anybody's guess, and Dylan Turns may well attack him for it. Well, guess what? It's happening elsewhere, and Bruno Amaral goes for it. Who drags out? Poljanski chases after him, and who else is going to be tempted? Well, it's Jesus Herrada. And Turns decides to go for it. This is a question he's going to ask of De La Cruz. Now, Turns needs the bonus seconds as well as a gap. He's got a modest gap at the moment, about 3 bike lengths. And what's the response from De La Cruz? Has he got anything left? Now, behind is Jesus Herrada and indeed Dylan Turns, and they're bridging over to the 2 men who are just starting to fade. Their action has almost extinguished the gap that we saw, Sean. That is Oliveira and Gamay. And I'm afraid dismay for that man in the Ineos kit, De La Cruz. And there it is, Tone's already the virtual leader. De La Cruz will be 5 seconds behind him with Hessing. This is all academic, of course. We wait and see how it pans out. Here we go. Herrada picks up. Turns knows that he's going to take the lead of this race and just doesn't respond. You can have it, my friend, he says. He's just going to tempo his way home. And Herrada is going to bring this one home. He skipped up Vontu this year, so this is as nothing to him. And just look at him go. He's going to tear it up. In fact, he's going to get himself quite a margin here, and he'll do himself some big favours in the hearts of all of the Spanish fans here. Absolutely brilliant. Well, Jesus Herrada, it was Jose Herrada yesterday who was beaten. Not today. He delivers. Still, we wait for De La Cruz, and the gap between him and Turns overall is going to be a huge one. And here he is right now. There. That was 42 seconds in arrears of the finishing time.
Jesus played a canny game to the end and pounced when Dylan Turns just couldn't keep the pace. Godon then in 3rd, Robert Hessing finished in 4th, Admirai in 5th, Polanski, Oliveira, Brambilla, David De La Cruz and Gamay in 10th. Well, a huge consolation prize.